All right, let's talk about two absolute monsters in the phone world. The brand new Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra versus last year's S23 Ultra. Look, if you're trying to figure out whether to upgrade or maybe which one to buy right now, you've come to the right place. We're going to break it all down.
So here's the million-dollar question, right? Is this new S24 Ultra a true must-have upgrade? Or is it just, a minor refresh of what was already a great phone? That's exactly what we're going to dig into.
Okay, but before we dive into all the new shiny features of the S24 Ultra, we've got to set the stage. To really get what's changed, we first need to remember just how good its predecessor, the S23 Ultra, really is. It's our starting point, our benchmark.
And let's be real, the S23 Ultra is still an absolute powerhouse. You've got that insane 200-megapixel main camera, the super useful S Pen tucked right inside, and that beefy Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 for Galaxy chip that just chews through anything you throw at it. Plus, a battery that just goes and goes all day, and that beautiful bright AMOLED screen. The bar was set incredibly high.
Here's a little hidden gem about that phone that I think a lot of people sleep on. The S Pen? It's not just for scribbling notes. Because it's got Bluetooth, you can pop it out and boom, it's a remote control for your camera. Perfect for group shots. You can click through presentation slides, control your music. It's these little things that made the S23 Ultra feel so, ultra.
Okay, so let's get into the first big comparison, the actual design. How these phones look and feel in your hand. And trust me, this is where you're going to notice the first major change. So the changes here are actually pretty huge. The S23 Ultra had that signature curved screen that kind of waterfalls over the edges. Well, the S24 Ultra, it's gone completely flat. And if you use the S Pen, that's a massive win. It just feels so much more natural to write on. But that's not all. They've also swapped the old aluminum frame for a new titanium one. And the glass is now Gorilla Armor. This stuff is not only tougher, but it crushes reflections by like 75%. Seriously, using it outside is a night and day difference.
All right, let's talk cameras. Now, both of these phones have that ridiculous 200-megapixel main sensor, which is fantastic. But Samsung did something different with the S24 Ultra's zoom. It's a whole new strategy, and honestly, it's a little controversial.
So yeah, you might be looking for some huge upgrade to that main camera, but that's not where the action is this year. Nope. The real story, the biggest change, is all about the zoom. Samsung is completely rethinking how you get those super close-up shots.
So, what did they do? Well, they got rid of the famous 10x optical zoom from the S23 Ultra. Yeah, it's gone. In its place, the S24 Ultra has a 5x optical zoom. But, and this is the key part, it's connected to a much bigger 50-megapixel sensor. So Samsung is basically making a bet. They're betting that for the zoom ranges that you and I actually use most of the time, say between 3x and 10x, this new system will give us much sharper, more detailed photos. It's a switch from just pure distance to overall quality.
Okay, now we get to the real headline feature, the thing that truly separates these two phones. It's not just about a slightly faster processor or a new metal frame. No, this year it's all about the brains of the operation, intelligence.
And really, this is the single biggest thing. It's all about something they're calling Galaxy AI. Now sure, the S23 Ultra got a few of these features through a software update, which is cool. But the S24 Ultra was designed with this stuff baked in from the very beginning. It's at the core of everything the phone does.
So what does that actually mean in the real world? Well, imagine you're on a phone call with someone who speaks a different language. Live Translate will translate the conversation for both of you, right then and there. Or how about this? You see a cool pair of sneakers in an Instagram post. With Circle to Search, you just circle them with your finger, and boom, Google finds them for you. And then there's the crazy photo editing, where you can just move people around in a picture or delete objects completely, like magic.
But you know what? As cool as all that AI stuff is, there's another change that's, it's way less flashy, but it might be the single most important difference in the long run. And that's all about software support.
Get ready for this number, 7. 7 years. The S23 Ultra was promised 4 years of major OS updates, which was pretty much the standard. The S24 Ultra gets a whopping 7 generations of OS updates and 7 years of security updates. That is an absolute game changer. It means this phone is built to last, to stay fresh and secure for a really, really long time. All right, so we've covered the new flat design, the new camera strategy, all that crazy AI stuff, and the marathon software support. So let's put it all together. It's time for the verdict. Should you upgrade or should you stick with what you've got? Okay,
Let's just lay it all out. Side by side, you can see right away the S24 Ultra has the edge in design with that flat screen, the stronger glass, and the titanium. But it's not just skin deep. Inside, you've got the newer Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chip, which is faster and more power efficient. And the screen, wow, it gets way brighter. We're talking 2600 nits peak brightness. That's a massive deal when you're outside in the sun. So when you add all that up, the smarter zoom, the built-in AI, and that incredible 7-year update promise, the S24 Ultra really starts to pull away.
So, with all that said, who should actually go out and buy this thing? This is where it gets personal, because the answer really depends on what kind of user you are.
Let's make this super simple. The S23 Ultra is for you if you're a power user on a bit of a budget and can find a great price on it. Or maybe you just genuinely love that curved screen feel, and the new AI stuff doesn't really move the needle for you. It's still a fantastic choice. Now, the S24 Ultra is for you if you're an early adopter who needs the latest and greatest. If those AI features like Circle to Search sound like something you'd use all the time, if you need that super bright screen for outdoor use, and, this is the big one, if you want to buy one phone and have it last and be secure for a very, very long time, then yeah, the S24 Ultra is a no-brainer.
So at the end of the day, it's not really about one phone being better than the other. I mean, the S23 Ultra is still an amazing device. The S24 Ultra is an evolution of that. And the real question you have to ask yourself is, which of these evolutions actually matters to you? Is it the flat screen, the AI features, or that incredible long-term software promise?
And that kind of leaves us with a pretty big question, doesn't it? This whole comparison feels like a shift in the industry. Are we finally getting to a point where the smarts inside the phone, the AI and the software, are becoming more important than just cramming in slightly faster hardware every year? It really makes you wonder what comes next. Thanks for joining me for this breakdown.